Here are 5 news stories from the world of cryptocurrency. First news. Notcoin starts burning, what comes next? Millions of Telegram subscribers. This is the result of the incredible accessibility of the game. To become a real miner, you only need a phone, an app, and your fingers. Who said manual mining is impossible? Players even formed squads, mini communities where they could communicate, play together, and compare their success. In April, the game ended, and something more interesting began, the opportunity to sell coins on exchanges. The token listing strengthened the audience's trust in the project, making Notcoin truly famous. Some still believe that Telegram's creator Pavel Durov is behind Notcoin, but this is not true. He was gifted a certain number of coins and motivated to show friendly interest in the project. After all, everyone likes it when popular personalities are on their side. Essentially, during the initial mining stage, this was the case. Not existed only as something like virtual gold in World of Warcraft, only farming seemed easier. Just tap on the screen and get abstract value, which could later, if listed, be exchanged for real funds. Shortly after Notcoin mining was completed, Hamster Combat appeared, along with other similar token clickers. So, the question is not only about the future of Notcoin itself but about the entire trend. Although, this is not much different from the craze for resource extraction in online games or cryptocurrencies in general, which have long established themselves as a long-term phenomenon. Today, Notcoin, tomorrow, Hamster Combat, and so on. Everything lives, dynamically develops, disappears, and this is normal. The important thing is that Notcoin is the first such project in the Ton ecosystem. This project opened the doors of cryptocurrency exchanges for the relatively young blockchain. And much depends on the success of the Notcoin. In particular, how many similar projects we will see. The asset's value growth lasted from the end of May, peaking on June 2nd. Further growth of Notcoin is not excluded due to the reduction in the total number of coins and corresponding expectations amid the ongoing excitement, which, of course, is a short-term phenomenon and should not be missed. Notcoin may well enter the top 10 cryptocurrencies along with Doge and Ton. It all depends on whether the token will be abandoned after the initial hype or supported. Even more experienced specialists do not dare to make long-term forecasts about the value. It's a token, it was given away, it is being sold, it is rising in price today, it will be even more expensive tomorrow, and there will be another token the day after tomorrow. But this does not mean that Notcoin is a bad thing. Such coins make our lives more interesting, and we should not rely only on Bitcoin or Ethereum. Look at the world more broadly, and 1,000 opportunities will open up to you. Second news. More than 300 million people use Tether stablecoins. Tether's CEO Paolo Ardoino reported that more than 300 million people are already using Tether stablecoins issued by his firm. Over 300 million people worldwide use USDT as a digital dollar, providing access to vital services for residents in developing economies. The banking industry does not adequately provide services to these people, so many of them do not have bank accounts, suffer from high inflation rates, and rapid devaluation of national fiat currencies, Ardoino wrote. Paolo made this statement in response to an article by Wall Street Journal that cryptocurrencies could help avoid a debt crisis in the U.S. by stimulating the economy and increasing demand for debt securities issued by the U.S. government. Ardoino confirmed the correctness of Wall Street Journal journalists' conclusions, replying that Tether is among the top 20 companies that have invested the most in short-term U.S. Treasury bonds. According to the latest financial report, in the first quarter of 2024, Tether owned U.S. debt securities worth $90.9 billion, thus supporting the stability of the USDT exchange rate. Third news. Those without Bitcoins are losers. Robert Kiyosaki posted a tweet expressing his concern for those who have not yet bought Bitcoin. I get upset when I urge people to buy Bitcoins and get so many unconvincing excuses. The most common one, Bitcoin is too expensive. It is expensive, but not as much as it can become. Don't be losers and buy yourself as many Bitcoins as you can. The experienced investor asserts, many regret not buying the first cryptocurrency at $10, but the market will not go back, so it should be bought at the existing price. According to the writer, only Bitcoin, gold, and silver are assets worth investing in, instead of depreciating national currencies. Earlier, the businessman suggested that the Bitcoin price should rise to $350,000 by August 2024, and explained, this is an opinion, not a guaranteed fact. Fourth news. New York Attorney General returns $50 million to deceived crypto investors. New York Attorney General Letitia James recovered $50 million from the cryptocurrency platform, Gemini Trust, to repay investors defrauded under the Gemini Earn program. Gemini, managed by billionaire twins Cameron and Tyler Winklevoss, will ensure full repayment to over 230,000 Earn investors, including 29,000 in New York, and agreed to ban current crypto lending programs in the state. This payout follows a previous $2 billion deal with crypto lender, Genesis Global Capital, announced in May. James criticized Gemini for misleading investors about the benefits of the Earn program, leading to account access restrictions. She stated that the agreement ensures full compensation for affected investors. Gemini notified investors that the funds would be available within 7 days. Gemini advertised its Earn program as a way for investors to grow their money, but in reality, it lied and blocked investors from accessing their accounts, said prosecutor James. Gemini Earn promised high interest rates to investors who lent crypto assets, such as bitcoins, to Genesis, a division of Digital Currency Group, with Gemini charging a commission that could exceed 4%, Reuters recalls. More than $1 billion was frozen when Genesis halted redemptions in November 2022, shortly after the collapse of Sam Bankman-Fried's FTX cryptocurrency exchange. 2 months later, Genesis filed for bankruptcy. Gemini did not admit guilt but agreed to a settlement. Earlier in February, the New York Department of Financial Services reached a separate agreement with Gemini to return at least $1.1 billion to clients in the Genesis bankruptcy case. In April, the bankruptcy court approved the Gemini-Genesis Pact, resolving legal disputes between the companies. Investors are expected to return more than they invested as they are paid in digital assets such as bitcoins, which have tripled in value since the suspension of redemptions. According to Forbes magazine, each of the Winklevoss twins has a net worth of $2.7 billion. Fifth news. Sol cryptocurrency became the worst performer of the week. Last week, the cryptocurrency market showed mixed dynamics. Among the leading digital currencies, the most significant rate changes occurred for Solana and Notcoin. Both digital currencies are in the top 10 rankings. Regarding Solana, its rate fell by 8% in the last 7 days, making it one of the hardest hit among top cryptocurrencies. The current price of the asset is $148, which is $111 below its all-time high. Despite this, Sol showed a slight increase of 2.34% over the past 24 hours, indicating a possible recovery in quotes. Weekly trading volumes were $7.57 billion. Notcoin, on the other hand, showed a 12% increase over the week, reaching a price of $8. This makes it one of the most successful cryptocurrencies during this period. Since the beginning of the year, Notcoin has increased in value by an impressive 246%, indicating significant interest in the digital currency. The 24-hour trading volume was $273.65 million. For the week, the figure exceeded $1.84 billion. Recently, the cryptocurrency updated its all-time high at around $8.23.